Kensika Monshengwo to speak. Thank you, Kensika.
Okay, thank you very much for having me. Thank you for the invitation. I'm very honored to be here today. Okay, my name is Kensika Monshengwo, and I'm originally from the Congo, but I've been in Ireland since 1998. So that my background is okay. I have a dad who was a diplomat, so I travel around the world. I live in America, I live in Canada, Belgium, all those places. To come back to the subject of multiculturalism, when I came here in 1998, there were not a lot of black people around. When I walk on O'Connell Street, anytime I saw a black person, I would wave, we would say hello, okay? Now I don't do that anymore because I have a pain in my hand if I do that. Okay, I don't do that anymore. So it means that there is diversity now, okay? And so, as a friend of mine would say, a phrase that you hear a lot is you cannot unscramble the egg. We are already in a multi-ethnic society. It's important to start realizing that we have to deliver a service to a diverse population. So my work in the Immigrant Council of Ireland is training coordinator. So I deliver a lot of what we call intercultural or anti-racism training to different organizations. It could be county councils, it could be private organizations, partnerships. Yesterday I was in Limerick actually delivering a training to a Pole Partnership Limerick. So again, it's really all over the place. People now are telling us, and we're having those conversations now. How will we deliver a service to a diverse population? And how will we deal with the population that we already have inside the organization? So we look at the awareness raising, we look at the policy of the organization, we look at the legislation, which is very advanced legislation that you have in Ireland here. So again, the question sometimes is when we say integration of different minorities, there are different approaches. We touched on that this morning. Sometimes when they say, one day you will integrate in Irish society, my answer is always, if I don't integrate, will I disintegrate? But, but I think when we say integration in society, different people have different views. As I say, I also live in France, and when they say integration over there, what they really mean is assimilation. Means becoming as similar as the majority population as possible. So assimilation meaning that you're all going to be like us, you're all going to be, you're going to have the same God, you're going to be like us, talking like us, living like us, smelling like us, so everything will be okay. But in reality, it will never really work, because I have children who are born here, who are Irish citizens, so they're still going to be black anyway, so they're still going to have that difference, okay? So we shy away from assimilation. But maybe the dream, the hope, as you were saying, the aim is to go towards what we call interculturalism. I'll just come back to multiculturalism. I know that term was used a lot in the 70s, in the US, in the UK, Canada, etc. And when people realized that we couldn't really talk about assimilation, we started celebrating diversity, etc., which was good. But we noticed that it was creating a lot of ghettos. You go to New York, to Little Italy, you have Chinatown, you have all those places where people, there is diversity, but people tend to stay in their pockets of communities. So I think that's why even in the European Union, they're pushing that word interculturalism, which is now more dynamic. To make sure that there is interaction between those groups and the majority population. And so the idea is to put in place structures to ensure that interaction is happening between groups, okay? Because we can be sitting here, but not really interacting. But I think what's important is that we need to find a way to put in place the structures to promote those interaction, okay? And that's how we're going to learn about different cultures, through meeting the different groups. I think I'll stop here for the moment. Maybe I'll be available for questions. Thank you.